Pay no attention, this is just some liberals incredibly mad at sports. Yeah. This is an Islamic and Antifa riot joined forces in Italy. That's right, in Italy of all places, because that is where the Olympics are. Today we're going to be talking about the Olympics and the Super Bowl, and how the libtards are crashing out tremendously. Yeah. Know the enemy, because Western imperialism bad. Right? These are just straight up anti-West people. Aha. So this is complete insanity, by the way, and we're going to be talking about it a little bit later today because we have lots to go over, lots to say, lots of idiots. This is Average Tuesday. No, this is not this is insane. They hate the West, they hate God, they hate the biblical values that our countries are founded on, and they want to destroy us. All right, this is my analysis. You could disagree. You'd be wrong, but you could disagree. I believe in the First Amendment, and you're right to disagree, even though it'll make you wrong. But the biggest story of the day has to be the halftime show in the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl is a big event, everyone loves it. I would refer to it as goy slop, but other people love it. I'm not a big sports guy. I don't really think, watching big muscly men slam into each other, I feel like it's a bit gay. But that's not the point, all right? Listen, I'm not a hater. I'm just not a big sports guy. So, anywho, essentially, what they did was, because this is all about, propagandizing the American people, they decided to get all Bad Bunny to be their incredibly flamboyantly gay halftime star. All right, so this is it, and it's in Spanish. It's all in Spanish. Massive speech, all the countries you could possibly think of. Oh, and United States at the end. Oh, and Canada. So, bro decided to pop out with all the flags of all the foreign countries. My guy, this is the most American event of all time, bro. This is crazy. This is insane. Now, a lot of people are like mad about this in my chat that obviously, this is in a different language. All right, no one fucking knows the actual words that he's saying for the most part. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the diversity. This is America. We speak English here. All right, we gotta stop. Please stop faggoting around and speak English like a normal person in America. All right, and quite literally, the NFL is doing their absolute best to promote generic slop shit, and that's what they do. They have a Palestinian flag. Of course they have a Palestinian flag, because Palestine is the biggest hoax of the 21st century, aside from potentially stealing the election in 2020. All right, Palestine is the biggest hoax. Let's be real here. All right, it was a pretendicide in Gaza. Nothing ever happened there. All right, let's be real. They started a war. They lost miserably. All right, it's very sad, sure. But the reality of the matter is, it was used by leftists, third worldists, and Islamists to attack us throughout the Western world. Get out of here. Unbelievable. I'm so tired of this garbage. Anyway, so they get this Puerto Rican guy, Bad Bunny, who holds the football wrong, to go out there and basically do a third world campaign, screaming and crying about how, America's kind of good, but it's only good if everyone is together, and we're together with all of our neighboring countries that speak other languages. All right, okay. Fine, valid. We have a lot to talk about. But the funny part is, for me personally, is that a lot of people are like, no, this is an advertisement. No. This is history's greatest ICE advertisement. All right? No one has advertised ICE harder than the halftime show of the Super Bowl. Having the halftime show of your biggest game of the year in a language almost none of your lifelong fans can understand, while waving the flags of countries that none of them are from, is the biggest fuck you I've ever seen a corporation give to its own consumers. So we are living in a society where all of these people in different cultures, all right, are yelling at us, they're screaming at us about morals that they've developed from nothing and themselves and preferences, all right? Not because of God, not because of biblical values. They don't actually give a shit about any of that. They make believe they have morals, and the morals that they've invented for themselves are very gay, I've noticed. So, now, personally, biggest fuck you I've ever seen a corporation give to its consumers? We are winning so badly, it's insane, all right? And when I mean winning, I mean cultural victory, the likes of which I don't think I would have seen in my lifetime. All right, the pushback against the juggernaut, multi-billion-dollar corporate slop fests is insane, completely insane. So you've got to see this. So also, I have to show you one of his songs. I think it's gonna get copyrighted, so I can't show you too much of it. But when I say songs, I put it in quotation marks. All right, and he basically does that for a lot. This song is shit, all right? This song's bad. He's just wearing a fucking white garbage. He looks like a waiter, and he walks through this jungle to all the Latin American themed restaurants and nothing that's actually American. Like, quite literally, this is an anti-American halftime show, which is incredible. So here they have a gay anti-American halftime show to essentially push this whole thing. It's incredible. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Now, there was another thing that happened at the Super Bowl, and this is insane. Why is there a black national anthem? Yeah, sure. Like, I mean, nice voice. But why is there a black national anthem? Like, why is this a thing? I don't understand. Why do 13% of the population have a national anthem? If these guys, if let me understand. If these guys view themselves as completely separate, why are my taxpayer dollars funding Medicare, for example? I'm just saying. I'm just asking the questions. Like, why are you not considering yourself American? Oh, it's to sow division because they're trying to create an us versus them mentality where they quite literally want to conquer the country and reshape it into a third world shithole that they are trying their absolute best to do. It's for the civil rights era. I still don't understand why we need a separate national anthem. All right, I think black Americans are Americans, right? Is that racist to say? So therefore, because in my opinion, they're Americans, they should sing the American national anthem, right? Isn't that, like, normal and obvious? I would think. They have all the rights, all right? It's not like I have any more rights than any of them, all right? Generic white guy does not have one more right than generic black guy. That's literally not even true. I don't know why we're playing this. It almost sounds like it is racism in itself to give them separate national anthems. Right? Is that just me? But anywho, they're still oppressed or something. Now, you have to see the reaction. The reaction in the stands to the Bad Bunny, the Bad Bunny thing is incredible, dude. Look at this. This is wild. Dead silence. Oh my God, that's painful. This is the most dead audience I've ever seen in my life. Bro sitting down there. Bro sitting down there. Alright, and then you got everyone in the audience just standing there completely still. It's almost like the goal is quite literally to divide us because they do not want to create some sort of united front that all sits together and actually, worships God, all right, promotes biblical values, creates some sort of homogenous society, and the audience is just sitting there like, can we kill ourselves? Would anyone mind if, like, we killed ourselves? And they try to divide us. They try to divide us and control us and manipulate us. And it's so obvious with one white woman that probably heard this song on TikTok dancing. All right, these are the only people dancing in the entire audience. All right, so the reality is, this is insane. This is insane. I've never seen an entire stadium look this dead. So, breaking news, according to the latest People's Poll, Bad Bunny's halftime performance has officially been ranked the worst of all time. That's weird. I can't believe it. You're a racist. Yep. You're scared of other languages, my guy. No one is scared of other languages. Okay. What are we talking about? All right. Like this is the biggest cope of all time. Why would I want to hear a song in a language that I don't speak in a country that I am from? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I'm sorry. Is that too controversial? So it turns out they did a little poll. Who had a better halftime show, Bad Bunny or Kid Rock? Bad Bunny gets 16% and Kid Rock gets 84%. Kid Rock, was he there by the halftime show? I didn't see him. That's so weird. I didn't see him. Tune in next year for Somali Jazz halftime show. All right, so Bad Bunny versus Kid Rock. That's pretty diabolical. All right, so let's see how this works. And we're going to get to the Olympics in just a minute because we have so many liberal sports crash outs. And the answer, first of all, TMZ is a leftist news site. All right, they literally were laughing when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. But Kid Rock had actually, in actuality, he played at Turning Point USA's halftime show. What happened to One Nation Under God? They hate God, so they divide us. Duh. They don't believe in any of that. It's so obvious almost. But anyway, I want you to remember, this is just another instance of the corporate hegemony giving us a fuck you, all right, to the actual consumers, and they are going to pay the price. And you'll see. I'm going to get to AI in a minute. Don't worry. But anywho, this is the Turning Point USA halftime show. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end up getting blasted, but it's English. It's English, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. I can't believe it. So anyway, so Turning Point USA did a thing. Of course, the leftoids are trying to make this all so dark and deep. All right, there's a kid who got a trophy given to him by Bad Bunny himself. All right, new messiah according to the left. All right, and they're like, oh my God, many of you may have missed this, but the little boy who Bad Bunny handed his Grammy to at the Super Bowl was Liam Ramos, the kid that was abducted by ICE. 300,000 likes. Community note, it's not Liam Ramos. It's a child actor named Lincoln Fox. He's a totally different guy. Oh my God. They're trying so hard, man. Kid, run. Kid, run. Bad Bunny is next to you. Get away from there. Yeah, but so anyways, they're trying so hard to make like some sort of meaning into like, bro, there's no meaning. This is meaningless, all right? It's actual slop. He did an accidental racism, all right? Always trust the leftists to be like, oh my God, it's Spanish, kid. I'm Mexican. They're all the same. Yeah, all right. Thanks, leftists. Very cool. Anywho, if you actually want to do a bit of an interesting deep dive into, this is Bad Bunny, all right? As you can see, he is a straight white male. That was funny because he's not straight or white. ICE tip line searches went up during the halftime show of the Super Bowl. It was so bad. Millions of Americans were searching the ICE tip line. Like, get these guys out of here, bro. This is the most incredible twist I've ever seen in my entire life. Lemao, Bad Bunny got more people deported than any other celebrity because of how terrible the halftime show was. Oh my God. Everyone's like, can we do something about this? Why is this happening to our culture? All right, why is our culture getting perverted? I don't know. I just think that's fucking hilarious. But anywho, we got to look at what's actually going on with the Turning Point USA halftime show, because this is what we call absolute cultural domination. So this guy wanted to say viewership numbers. Bad Bunny, 127 million. Turning Point, 5 million. Ha ha, you guys suck. My guy, 127 million people tuned into the Super Bowl. Okay? 0 of them tuned in for Bad Bunny, just to make it clear. All right, just to understand. However, if you actually want to see real statistics, the actual Bad Bunny halftime show got 2.2 million views on YouTube in 1 hour. That's a lot. The Turning Point got 18 million views. Total cultural domination. Absolute and cultural domination. The Super Bowl actually lost 1.6 million viewers after Bad Bunny finished his halftime show. Probably a coincidence. Erica Kirk, this enters into the TPUSA. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think that's... Yeah, I don't know. Anywho, so not the point. It's obviously a joke. So anyway, so you know, everyone's going wild. Obviously a joke. But everyone's going crazy. It happened. A lot of people voted for Trump. Yeah, a lot of people voted for Trump. TPUSA's halftime show had over 6 million viewers. Not sure how I feel about that. Oh, no, you misunderstand what I'm trying to say. The left likes making fun of widows. That's the joke. Even though in Exodus 22:22, it says that you make fun of a widow, God will kill you with a sword. No, that's not actually Erica Kirk. Dude, people thought I was serious. I was being sarcastic. This is not Erica Kirk. All right, it's WrestleMania. Okay, not Erica Kirk. It was a joke. Oh my God, people are. I'm too sarcastic these days. Anywho, the point that I'm trying to make is 6+ million live viewers is insane. This is one of the biggest live streams in the history of time. All right, a lot of people don't actually know this, and it's insane. This is one of the biggest streams ever. 6 million plus live viewers on Turning Point USA's halftime show. And of course, Candace Owens is losing her mind. I'm sorry, I hate both options. On the one hand, we have a halftime show presented without a word of English. On the other hand, we have an organization that scammed its views by paying platform advertisers, followed by influencers to pretend they broke records. Huh? What are we doing? Huh? All right, so then they tried to show that, oh, of course, it's fake views, because you see it only has 5,000 views and 600,000 likes. Yeah, because every single time a stream ends, the YouTube viewer aggregator doesn't collect all the views. And then it's like, yeah, of course, it's YouTube ads, it's all fake, it's literally fake, when we wake up tomorrow, it'll have 50 million views, it's all fake. Candace Owens quite literally fucking hates Charlie Kirk. All right, she hates Charlie Kirk. She's out there doing her absolute best to destroy the legacy of Charlie Kirk. Completely unfounded view-botting accusations. All right? Unbelievable. By the way, this halftime show from Turning Point USA, this was promoted by Donald Trump. You think they needed to view-bot? Are you insane? Like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like this is absolutely retarded. But anyway, this is her shitting on Charlie Kirk's legacy once again. We're going to get to the Trump tweet, never mind. Never fear. So let me get this straight. Having separate alternative halftime shows for the Super Bowl is bad. But having separate alternative national anthems for the Super Bowl is good? Yes, exactly. Because it divides us in this way, and this way unites us. So therefore, we don't like the uniting us thing. We only like the dividing us thing. All right? And then Donald Trump decided to show up with absolute cinema. The Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever. It makes no sense. It is an affront to the greatness of America. It doesn't represent the standards of success, creativity, or excellence. No one understands a word this guy is saying. And the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are all over watching throughout the USA. They did a lot of twerking. That's what he's referencing. They did tons of twerking, which is insane that they did that in the Super Bowl. And all over the world. This show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history. There is nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show, and watch, it will get great reviews from the fake news media, because they haven't got a clue of what's going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace the ridiculous new kickoff rule, make America great again. All right, so bro doesn't stop. It's unbelievable. Trump is on an actual ride. Now, what my favorite ad in the Super Bowl had to have been this one.
Their friends and neighbors, sons, fathers, their little league coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission, to make America
That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
Based. They actually played an ICE commercial at the Super Bowl, and people were fucking fuming. People were not happy about this, including Bad Bunny, who, as you can see over here in the distance, right, this is Bad Bunny, the person that was, representing America, even though he's not really American. So he's sort of American. He can't vote in American elections, but, he's Puerto Rican, I guess, or something. So this is him sitting at the actual United States national anthem. Yeah, pretty awesome, right? So anyway, yep, there he is. His bitch ass just sitting, yep, because he loves our country so much, obviously. Almost as much as he loves all the other countries he was talking about. Now, Bad Bunny's show did not go over well. Like, the leftoids are doing their absolute best to make believe that the show went super well. It didn't. In fact, Bad Bunny deleted his Instagram right after the show. Right, 50 million followers, no posts. He wiped his Instagram right after the show, which might be one of the most diabolical crash outs of all time. I've never seen a celebrity do this in my life. Now, Jake Paul and Logan Paul have been going bonkers about this whole thing. All right, so Jake Paul says, purposefully turning off the halftime show. Let's rally together and show big corporations they can't do whatever they want without consequences, which equals viewership for them. You are their benefit. Realize you have power. Turn off the halftime. A fake American citizen performing publicly hates America. I cannot support that. Oh my god. So we got a lot of shit for calling him a fake American citizen because, you know, technically Puerto Ricans are like our American citizens. All right. So him calling him a fake American. Yeah, so anyways, fake American citizen. Right, anyway, that's not the point. So the reality is Jake Paul actually based here. I'm not gonna lie, actually kind of cooked. So now the funny thing is, Jake Paul is beefing with Logan Paul, his brother. I love my brother, but I don't agree to this. Puerto Ricos are Americans, and I'm happy they were given the opportunity to showcase their talent that comes from the island. And I was like, Logan? What do you mean? That's so weird. That's so odd. Yeah, Puerto Rico. So, now, to be clear, this is incredible. This is a clip of actual Logan Paul.
Logan, are you excited for the halftime show? No.
Right? So this was Logan Paul in person. So this was Logan Paul in person. And this is Logan Paul virtue signaling on Twitter to the libtards. What do you mean? I'm so happy. Yeah, all right, dude. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are we doing? I'm Puerto Rican. I disavow Bad Bunny. I have nothing against Puerto Rico. Okay, dude. I'm not getting into the whole Puerto Rico lore. All right? Zero. I have nothing against Puerto Ricans, obviously. I'm against Puerto Ricans that hate America, though. Those guys suck. Like Bad Bunny, for example. So, dude, Logan Paul. Are you excited for halftime show? No. And then he makes like this whole virtue signal tweet, which is incredible. But, dude, look at what the fuck they were doing.
Chacaron, 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 chacaron.
This is what I saw. All right, when I watched the Super Bowl ads mid-time show, this is what I saw. Did you see something else? This is what I saw. I didn't know. That's what I saw. I'm sure that other people had different experiences, but that was my experience. It was incredible. So anywho, you got people trying so hard, like people are trying so hard to make believe they actually think that that's fake. Dude, can I not tell a joke anymore without people in my chat being like, Nux, you're spreading false information? Oh my god. So anyway, you got people being asked this, and it's incredible.
And also Bad Bunny performed for a boy like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Are you a fan of Bad Bunny? Hell yeah.
Are you a fan of Bad Bunny? Hell yeah! Alright. Name a song.
What? You don't be honest, I don't listen to him a lot, but
I don't listen to him a lot. Oh, diabolical. Are you a fan, Bunny? Yeah, I love Bad Bunny. Name a song. They're so cooked, bro. It's so over. They're trying so hard, man. It's insane. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this was for two main reasons. One, these guys are raped. Completely raped by absolute slop. All right, everyone hated the halftime show. Turning Point USA showed that we can create our own alternatives, and therefore the actual corporations are going to need to start looking over their shoulder. And I am referring to many, many cases, all right? For example, one, TV shows. Hollywood is cooked. All right, so this is the new AI that just came out in China. It's called what's the fuck's it? C-Dance. All right, C-Dance. It's a new AI that just came out in China. I'll just show you a couple of clips of it because I don't think people understand that this balance of power where the gigantic corpos that can control you and manipulate you and propagandize you, they are going to lose all their leverage. Because in the past, you couldn't make your own shit, and now we can. Right? This is just one clip. This is totally made with AI, by the way. Right? You tell me if Marvel can compete. Like, bro. Like, the reality is, we're getting there. All right? And there are so many examples of this that are just insane. Like, dude, look at this shit. We're getting there. Yeah, look, I know people are gonna say there's no story, it's just slop, but dude, you're gonna compare this to Will Smith eating spaghetti in 2017? Like, it's fucking insane that we got this far, all right? Like here, they could even like create live action versions of like anime through AI. Like, we have a long way to go, but unironically, this is better than the actual Hollywood live-action Dragon Ball Z. I'm not even kidding, all right? This is totally made with AI, all right? This is 100% AI, all right? To be clear, all right? This is not great. It's not. I'll be real. It's not great. But this will be great, all right? So the balance of power is shifting, and these people are terrified, all right? So, but anyway, we got to talk about what's going on in the Olympics also, all right? Because the Olympics are currently getting massive protests by Islamists and Antifa, because as fucked as we think America is with our immigration issues, Europe is a bajillion times worse, all right? So these people are protesting against Western civilization. This is happening on the streets, literally right outside of the act. This is in Milano, Italy, right outside of the Olympics. This is crazy, dude. Why? Because they hate Western civilization, because Israel was invited to the Olympics, because America is there, and Trump is a fascist, and because Meloni, is the current person in charge of Italy, is also, they call her a fascist. This is why. Because they just want to destroy us. Yeah, absolute insanity. And it doesn't stop. It just absolutely doesn't stop. But this is the actual Olympics. This isn't the protest. This is the actual Olympics. Now, this is a pentagram. This is quite literally a pentagram. This is literally what they used for the Olympics. Oh my God. They went full satanic. All right. They were actually trying to summon Satan for the Olympics. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, this is the ultimate mask off moment. Like, this is an actual pentagram. Holy shit, dude. What are we doing? All right. Don't forget what they did last year, by the way. All right. So this is this year. All right. Where they have their satanic shit. All right, this was last year. All right, last year. All right, I don't need, like, this was supposed to be one of the fat women was supposed to be a representation of Jesus. I don't know, man. It was weird. Anywho, it's because they're a cult. It's because they're a satanic cult that fucking hate us and hate God. All right, and it's pretty obvious. Now, a lot of American athletes decided that this would be a good opportunity to protest ICE, because it's the only thing that they have to say. Actually, America bad. Actually, so we must discuss that America bad.
It brings up mixed emotions to represent the U.S. right now, I think.
Why?
It's a little hard. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I think...
Meanwhile, Europe is getting raped by illegal immigration. And legal immigration.
A lot of people aren't. If it aligns with my moral values, I feel like I'm representing it. Just because I'm wearing the flag doesn't mean I represent everything that's going on in the U.S. So yeah, I just kind of want to do it for my friends and my family and the people that support me getting here.
I actually hate America, actually, because I'm rich and an athlete, and I'm noticing a lot of unfairness in the United States. You know, you see, the thing is, if we would have a rape in the United States every 54 minutes like they do in London, I would feel much better about the United States. These are the most ungrateful fuckers of all time. It's unbelievable. Like, all the good, like, maybe not all, but a vast majority of the good in the world is due to countries like the United States. Countries based on biblical values like the United States, like England in the good old days, all right, that destroyed slavery and shit like that, you know? And the reality is, these people know nothing. They're actually retards. It's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. We're living in a society where we are surrounded by retards. It's incredible. Unbelievable. Like, this dude has the most privileged life of all time. All right, out here, famous, playing sports, all right, for representing his nation. And America's actually bad because, you see, we don't rape enough women. We're deporting the rapists. And it's really sad to me. It's very sad. Anyway, Jake Paul with the endless crash out. Wow, please shut the fuck up from all true Americans. If you don't want to represent the country, go live somewhere else. True, based. Oh my God, what happened to Jake Paul? This guy's based all of a sudden. So yeah, so anyway, we got leftists losing their gourds. I'm actually not proud of America because America has values and morals and I don't. And it's making me sad. So anyway, it's not the only one. Actually, there were 3 U.S. athletes.
Yeah.
3 U.S. athletes that decided to show up and trash America.
Yeah. It's been a hard time for the community overall under this administration. It isn't the first time that we've had to come together as a community and try and fight for our human rights.
Yawn! Oh my God! These are literally propagandists. These are actual libtard retards. You know, we really have to start bullying people on the other side, I think. I feel like it doesn't happen enough. No, I really think so. You know how, like, when you say something right-wing, all the left-wingers come and try to kill you? You know, I don't want to start trying to kill people on the left like the left tries to kill people on the right. But we need these people to be humiliated in public. Like, we need to start humiliating these people, and I'm really tired of it. I'm really tired that we're not humiliating these people. You know, that's my opinion. All right, the virtue signaling is absolutely insane.
And now, especially, it's not just affecting the queer community, but...
Queer community? Bro, no one's losing any rights. Oh my God, dude. No one lost a single right, okay? This is literally not true. What rights have people lost?
Many other communities, and I think that we are able to support each other in a way that we didn't have to before, and because of that, it's made us a lot stronger. I hope I can use my platform and my voice throughout these games to try and encourage people to...
I know nothing about anything, but I'm going to use this moment to say generic things that make me look good to my community of queer retards.
To stay strong in these hard times. I know that a lot of people say, you're just an athlete, like, stick to your job,
True,
shut up about politics, but politics affect us all.
It affects us,
It
guys.
is something that...
So what rights have you lost? What rights has anyone lost? It's unbelievable. Every single one of these people are so good at just saying generic platitudes. Oh, fuck ice. Ice bad. Why is ice bad? Families are getting separated. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you commit crimes, I guess. Like, what are we doing?
I will not just be quiet about because... it is
I will not be
something
quiet.
that affects us in our everyday lives.
Yeah, how does it
So,
affect you?
Of course, there are things that I disagree with, but
Like what?
As a community, we are strong and we support each other, and brighter days are ahead of us.
Yeah, so she said nothing. None of them say anything because none of them actually have opinions. Their opinions are, I support the current thing. And it's honestly incredible watching. It's crazy even looking at this. All right, here we go. We got fuck ice. Aha, he pissed in the snow. That's hilarious. Olympic skier, Gus Kenworthy, American. That's his message. Wow. Bro's out here like, I support the foreign rapists and pedophiles that rape our women and children. Woo! Let's go, baby. Yes, I support this. Never forget, anyone that says fuck ice actually supports the rape of women in America. All right, that's what they stand for. It's what they stand for. Yeah, anywho, he's not, this is made with AI, all right? Obviously, bro could not aim this well, all right? He would not piss mog people like this in public, all right? Let's just understand. All right, so anyway, the reality is, all the pedophile supporters are having quite the day. All right, Donald Trump shows up. U.S. Olympic skier Hunter Hess, a real loser, says he doesn't represent this country at the current Winter Olympics. If that's the case, he should not have tried out for the team. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. If that's the case, he shouldn't have tried out for the team. It's too bad he's on it. Very hard to root for someone like this. Make America great again. It's incredible that Trump is literally on top of all the things. It's incredible that he's literally on top of everything at all times. It's insane if you think about it. How like literally aware he is of everything that's going on. All right. So anyway, the media kept talking about how JD Vance showed up at the Olympics and everyone booed him. All right. Everyone booed him. Everyone hated Vance. Vance showed up and everyone booed him because they hated him so much. All right. This is how the media operates. All right. Because they have to foment hatred when in reality, this was the reaction.
In an individual sport, what an honor for her.
There is the Vice President JD Vance and his wife Usha. Ooh.
Mass celebrations.
Those are not. Those are a lot of boos for him.
Those are a lot of boos. They're trying so hard. Where's the boos? Wow. All those non-existent boos. That's crazy. Yeah, anywho. Yeah, so again, they keep trying. They keep trying. I appreciate it. I respect it. That's the grind. The grind is to lie and manipulate. Wow, all those boos. Yeah, that's crazy. Anywho, so JD Vance, Jake Paul chatted up during crushing U.S. women's hockey win over Finland. I mean, to be fair, if I was watching female hockey, I would probably also be chatting it up. But the reality is, my guy, Jake Paul, is everywhere. Jake Paul is everywhere. This is insane. All right, in other news, in the Italian Olympics over here, we got the Israeli team was looted. All right, the Israeli bobsled team, apartment was broken into, thousands of dollars of equipment, passports were stolen, and it's just, you know, obviously, because it's an entire Europe is a new Islamic country. All right, so the Islamic country of Italy, I guess, is doing their absolute best to do what they do. All right, between throwing grenades into stores and shit. Because that's another thing that happened, which we'll talk about a little bit later. You know, they're doing their absolute best here to just be completely insufferable. All right, so Benny Johnson made a video. TPUSA humiliated the NFL. And I wanted to look at this because, you know, this dude, he's a red-blooded American. I respect the fuck out of that. And I wanted to see the overall consensus of normal humans. All right, what do we got?
Of the NFL's woke, cringe, derivative.
Dude, woke is dying. All right, we are having the tools to push back. You know, with Turning Point pushing back against this, with even AI being able to push back against like the other slop. I think people aren't realizing the pushback is here.
Foreign, unintelligible, Spanish-speaking, no-hit songs played, halftime show that nobody could understand.
True.
And that everybody is saying across the internet, the single worst halftime show in NFL history. Meanwhile, Turning Point put on a show that was banger after banger after banger. Country music, American rock, feel-good songs sung by Americans who love...
You mean to tell me that the show that was made by Americans that love America did better than the shows from a guy that hates America? I can't believe it.
Their country and can speak English.
W.
You know, it's American football that's being played here. This is our biggest sport and our biggest game. And so to have an entire performance where nobody can even understand what's going on is an insult. You're spitting in the face of not only your nation, but your core fans. Turning Point mobbed the NFL last night. And I'm not just saying that. The entire internet agrees with me.
True.
What was on display tonight in this incredible cultural event? Well, you have America First versus America Last. That's what this was.
Yep. Pretty much.
Look no further than explaining a halftime show for legacy Americans who like country music, who speak English, who like bourbon, and invaders who believe that this is a land whose treasure is to be plundered.
But if you think about it, that is the ideology of these people. The ideology is America's bad, right? Colonization is bad. You were not supposed to be here, all right? It's stolen land. Everyone has a right to be in America, except for literally you. My guy, that is the ideology, right? No one's illegal on stolen land. So therefore, everyone that invades the country illegally has a bigger right to be here than the people that actually settled and created the country. All right? Like, it's unbelievable. And they quite literally hate us. They hate our country, which is why this entire halftime show was essentially a nice little gay parade of foreigners that sang in a foreign language. Again, nothing against the language, nothing against Puerto Rico, nothing against anything like that. But it doesn't represent America, right?
By them.
I would think.
Up to and including our national pastimes, like football. It was despicable. It was woke. It was globalist. At the very end of Bad Bunny's performance, he goes and marches through the stadium with all of the flags.
Crazy how this was literally used, in my opinion, to further the divide between right and left. Right? That was the point of this. That's why they used this. It was to convince the left that America's bad. And that's why we have this gigantic group of self-hating libtards in America that quite literally hate themselves. And to be honest, it kind of worked. It kind of worked. The libtards that thought America was bad before, they hate America a little bit more right now. And we're dealing with, quite literally, a country where half of the population is being propagandized to hate us. It's insane.
That all of these Spanish-speaking nations are America. That we're not even America. That the ideology of the left. This is where you get open borders.
Yep, pretty much.
Woke, cringe, unintelligible, foreign, boring, derivative, preachy, and creatively bankrupt. Turning Point mocked them in a total and complete cultural victory. When Bad Bunny says, God bless America, he doesn't mean our country, America. He means the total continent of America. Like as in...
No, he means North and South America, though, right? That's why he literally, like, they told him to celebrate America, and he starts off with Peru, Venezuela, Argentina, Mexico, right? That's how he starts, right? That's all America. And all the people that invade from other countries, all right, in the Americas is just as American as any American that's been in America for generations. Insane.
All, you know, from Chile all the way up to Canada. That's what he means. He doesn't mean our country where he's performing. He means the entire continent.
You know, Bad Bunny is onto something, all right? We're getting Greenland. We took Maduro. I feel like we should start taking other El Presidentes, I think, honestly. He makes a good point, all right? Like, they could be territories, just like Puerto Rico. What do you think, guys? I feel like we could extend America to another continent. All right? He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
And more importantly, there's this giant preachy billboard in the background that says the only thing more powerful than hate is love.
Right? They make believe they're fighting for good values, right? They pervert every word that they touch. Oh, love? What do you mean? Love means I love the foreign rapists that are raping my women and children. I love them so much I don't want to deport them. I love the parasites that come into our country and make our country worse. I love the fact that our job market is shit. Because people are diving into, the United States of America illegally. I love the way we can't afford houses anymore because the housing market's insane because we have 30 million illegals in our country. Like, that is the love they're talking about. They literally mutilate and misuse words to trick you. It's incredible.
Well, I hate this performance, and nobody loved it, so I guess we're pretty powerful. Meanwhile, Kid Rock and an unbelievable demonstration of true, actual, legitimate power. Millions watching. Look at that. 5.1. This is one of the
it
most
hit over 6 million
viewed events in YouTube history.
True.
The top concurrent viewer count is 8 million on YouTube. And the Turning Point account got to 6 million for their incredible halftime performance here. I hope that you were watching his 30-minute performance. It's amazing. chilling and emotional and beautiful performances by everyone. Absolutely electric. At a time of recording, it still has 1,700 people watching. It has 719.
I mean, 6 million was a lot. 271,000 at the most, I would say.
1,000 likes. Meanwhile, nobody liked Bad Bunny. It's just like plastic, girls shaking their plastic asses. Alphabet people propaganda.
I'm sorry, I had to make that joke.
Woke, cringe, classless, not family entertainment, foreign flags, foreign language, not here to assimilate. It's an invasion.
Yeah, obviously.
Having your halftime show of your biggest game of the year in the language almost none of your lifelong fans can understand, while waving the flags of countries that none of them are from, is the biggest FU that I've ever seen a corporation give its own consumers. Correct. Look at this. Gavin Newsom loves it, though. Love Trump. Hey. Oh.
It's so incredible. It really is. Like, what is Gavin Newsom the good guy now? Right? The guy that was allegedly scamming his actual state for years, for billions. I don't know, man. The reality is, it's so fucking over. It's so over. This isn't even a sentence. Love Trump's hate. Get it? Get it? Because it trumps. Get it? Yeah. All right. You get it? Get it? Yeah, Governor Forest fire over here. Yeah, no. The NFL will never recover from this. I don't think they realize what this did to the reputation of the entire league. The reality is, this is, in my opinion, what absolute victory feels like. The NFL is unfathomably gay, and they will never ever recover from it. They will always be. This will always be remembered as just a gigantic failure. Right? These guys are coping like crazy. Together we are America, they say. Well, no. Chile is not America, actually. Venezuela, not America. Hate to say it. Sorry. Mexico, Canada, not America. Not yet. We'll take them. We'll get all of them. Once a month, a new El Presidente will be added to our collection. All right, we took Venezuela, we took Maduro, but every month we will get another El Presidente. They're not America yet, but together they will all be different territories. They won't have voting rights, just like Puerto Rico. We don't want them to vote because quite literally, fuck them. They don't need to vote. It's our country, but they can become our territories. It would be great for them personally. I mean, do you want to know something funny about Puerto Rico? Keep Puerto Rico second class. No, I'm kidding. Keep Puerto Rico second class. Not a good slogan. All right, but the reality that I'm trying to make is, you might not be aware of this. Did you know that we are giving Puerto Rico millions of dollars for like their social security shit? We are, quite literally. The reality is, everyone benefits to be part of America. So join America today, become our territories, it'll be incredible. Everyone should become a territory of America. Planet America, it sounds great. As long as we know what's actually going on. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up this video here. Essentially, I've never seen someone get this humiliated before in my life. I've never seen a gigantic multi-billion-dollar organization like the NFL get so humbled, quite literally. And, it's because everything needs to be hyper-politicized. Everything needs to be absolutely radically progressive, pushing an agenda that, because they hate us, right? Whether it's the Olympics, whether it's the Super Bowl, they hate us. And they're trying to get rid of us. They're trying to dilute us. And quite literally, they almost did. Thank God Trump dodged a bullet, and so did our country. Now let's deport every single illegal alien in the country. What do you say? What do you say? Shout out to ICE. All right, shout out to ICE, the real goats of the day. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.